Auburn Tigers, one of the top classes in the SEC. They have their quarterback, Deuce. He is the freakiest quarterback, according to Andrew Ivins. But as the saying goes, defense wins championships, and Hugh has added pieces there too. You got 5-star edge Jared Smith, 5-star defensive lineman Malik Autry, and a pair of top 100 safeties in Anquan Fagans and Eric Winters. Speaking of the aforementioned Hugh, he now joins us here on this show, head coach of the Auburn Tigers. Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Emily. It's good to be with you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a very exciting day in your world. I do want to start with just how things have changed this year. We come to you on National Signing Day a little earlier than we're typically used to. It's usually transfer portal, then signing day. So how has this move and the calendar change affected the way that you have brought in recruits and just overall done your roster management?
Yeah, we probably don't have enough time to go into all of that details, but it's definitely different. There's parts of it I love, parts of it that I'm not as crazy about, but truthfully, I do like getting your high school class in this early before the portal opens to kind of know what your roster is a little more like for sure. And I love the fact that we're not on the road away from our current players and families for the month of December, and it's quiet. So I love those parts about it. It's definitely advantageous if you have a home game to end the season. I kind of have found that out. And so every other year we'll have an advantage to be the last ones to see some of these kids. But all in all, I like it truthfully so far, and really love the fact that we're at home to be with our families and our current players, and we'll know when the portal opens next week kind of more about what our roster looks like.
Speaking of being at home, there's a potential for you to have 10-plus players from the state of Alabama in this freshman class. How important was locking up the state to you in this group in particular?
It was priority number one for us. I made no bones about that. We must win our state here, and then the surrounding states is where we spend most of our other times. I think there's good enough players here in the Southeast region to build the majority of your roster. Obviously, we'll go anywhere for a good player, and you usually have to for certain positions. But there's a lot of great players in the state of Alabama and a lot of great high school coaching here, and we wanted to make it a priority. And we've done pretty well on getting the top 10 guys, a large percentage of them convinced to come help us build Auburn.
Coach, you mentioned too the transfer portal coming up next week. I know you have a lot to manage at the moment. Quarterback, what's the likelihood that you will be a player in the quarterback market in the transfer portal this cycle?
Yeah, I've told all our guys, obviously, we're really excited about our signee, Deuce. I think he's incredibly talented. And obviously, I like Walker and Hank too, but you're going to have 4 quarterbacks on your roster. I don't care what school you go to. Some may choose to have 5, but we're at least going to have 4 quarterbacks on our roster, and currently we have 3. So we're looking, obviously to have a 4th guy in there, and not sure exactly what that looks like right now because not sure who all is going in the portal and all of that. But excited about getting to work with Deuce and Hank and Walker for sure, and whoever we add is that 4th guy.
I love it, Coach. Thank you so much for being here on the show today, and congratulations on a successful 2025 cycle.
Thank you so much, and War Eagle.
There you go, the head coach of the Auburn Tigers, taking a look again at some of the notable commits for this group. They did lock up Deuce Knight. That has been made official. I know Coach is very excited about that, adding him to his quarterback room. But just so much depth in this group. You really are seeing the foundation for what Auburn is trying to build.